What up, YouTube? Bassani, Road Rage 3, going on the bike as soon as my exhaust cools off. So in the mediary, we are going to install the 9.5-inch Clockworks windshield. Basically for content, because it's really simple. There are 4 Phillips head screws. You loosen them up. You don't have to pull them all the way out. And then you simply remove the old one, put the new one on, reinstall. So let's get going on that. It comes really nicely packaged. They do a good job. Thing's completely covered in foam. Just like that. It's got to slip behind the washer and behind the head of the screw, obviously. And then you tighten her up without scratching anything. Don't go crazy tightening these things down either. You have to deform the washer. Bam! Clockworks windshield. A 9.5-inch. See, guys, it's not too tall. It's not going to block any view, which is a good thing. So now we just have to let the bike cool down, because I'm not putting my hands on that exhaust pipe. I just got done riding a half an hour home, so stay tuned. Okay, guys, so we're on to installing the Bassani Road Rage 3 onto the 2023 Road Glide. Still pretty warm, but I think we'll be okay. So, according to the instructions, the first step is to remove the saddlebags. They say only to remove the right side, but I don't know why they say that, because you still have to access the muffler mount on the driver's side, if you will. If you're on the bike, the left side. If you're staring at the front of the bike, the right side. So I've already done that. That's pretty simple. Next step is to remove the right side floorboard for obvious reasons. There's no way you're going to be able to squeeze it through that. In order to do that, you need to use a size 8 Allen socket. It's just a couple of little bolts in there, you know? Just a couple of little bolts. So let's do that. Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. Holy cow. Those are tough. Okay, so it's the bolt that goes here and the bolt that goes there. Blue Loctite, that is a real thing. Okay, so the instructions. Where did I put those? My wife would be very proud of me for using the instructions. I try to avoid them at all costs because reading gives me a headache. Just kidding. Okay, so the next set, or the next part of the instructions, is remove the O2 sensors. So let's find those. O2 sensor is right there. And there should be a second one. O2 sensor right up there. So there's an O2 sensor, and there's an O2 sensor. We're going to remove those and unplug them from the bike, because in order to install those O2 sensors on the new exhaust, you want to use plenty of anti-seize around it, install it, and then plug it into the bike. You don't want to plug it into the bike and then twist the wire all up trying to install it, trying to thread it into the pipe. So let's remove the O2 sensors. In order to remove the O2 sensors, you need a 17 millimeter open-ended wrench. Remember, kids, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and try not to tip your bike over when you do this. All right, so found the O2 sensor plug-in. The rear one, right here. You follow this around. You have to clip a zip tie right in here, but you follow it around, and it plugs in right there. So go ahead and pop that out. Trying to do this with one hand really sucks. Okay, O2 sensor is out. Everybody's happy. I'm assuming this is the front O2 sensor, but I'm going to verify that before I just start unplugging stuff. Stand by. It's still a little hot. So I'm going to work on the rear header first. So I got the O2 sensor out. Now I'm going to start working on the heat shield. Which goes all the way back to there, and then I can start removing the mufflers and do all that happy jazz. Wish this thing wasn't so hot still. But it is. Oh, it is. Living in a new world. Okay, so this middle section, right? This middle section of exhaust pipe has these two pipe clamps, or hose clamps, or whatever you want to call them. Set that aside. Try not to do that if you're trying to get some resale value out of them, but you know, stock. If you ever feel useless, just realize that someone's job at the Harley-Davidson factory is to weld up and fabricate stock Harley-Davidson exhaust. So you're not useless. So this one also has two. Bam, bam. So I know I'm not going to get any resale value out of these exhaust pipes. I think I might be able to get 50 bucks if I'm lucky. So I'm not even going to try to sell them. What I used to do with stock Harley exhaust is display them. I would like put them on a garage wall or something. I might do that with these because these are basically brand new exhaust pipes, but I'm not going to use them. Number two. Let's get an extension on this. Voila, baby. Okay, so with those off, you can now access this O2 sensor a whole hell of a lot easier. But we need to find out where it's plugged in at. So let's do some tracing. It's not as bad as I was thinking. It's a big dragonfly. All right, now that you get the mustache guard off, now you can actually access the front. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so nice and convenient. Now you can just lay it on the ground. Everybody's happy. What size wrench was that one? And now we are working on the exhaust bracket. In order to do that, this thing mounts up just like that. So you gotta remove the transmission bolts right here and replace them with the longer ones with these flat washers. Let's get on it. I'm really not good at these install videos, guys. I promise though, I'm gonna get better at it. Now, determine which O2 bungs will be used and plug the unused pair using a small amount of anti-seize on the threads. You can now install the O2 sensors and the remaining bugs. Got her! These are the pipes. Super excited. It's gonna match the handlebars. So I'm gonna get going on this. Don't scratch your pipes. That was kind of satisfying. Long one goes up front. This long one, obviously you want it to go up front, and the short one back is black. They go in that one. Now I know. Now, when applying anti-seize to these, Be extremely careful that you don't get any anti-seize on the sensor itself. It will throw codes on your bike and it will ruin the sensor. So just do a little bit around the edge. Like that. That way you're not risking getting any on your sensor. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to snug up the bungs that we installed in the ports that we're actually not going to use. Those need to get tightened up too. So let's figure out what size that one is. Holy shit, I'm good. First try. I swear to God, 7/8. It's a 7/8, everybody. Now everyone knows. Okay, now we're going to pull off the rings and flanges off of the old exhaust and reuse them on the new exhaust. It's easier than it sounds. Come on over here, I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. What you're going to want to do is using a flathead screwdriver, highly technical tool. Using a flathead screwdriver, slowly pry up on both sides to get it around this lip, and then this will come right off. Try not to bend them. Now we install them on the new exhaust pipes. All right. Pipes are ready to go on. I think. Install head pipes. Yeah. So exciting. I had to take a break. I was getting pretty frustrated with trying to fit this in. Then I was able to fit it in. There was a lot of finagling to get both of these in where the flanges would actually set. So, but it's in now. I'm just tightening up the exhaust flange nuts. So basically how you want to tighten these things up is you start at the front and you work your way back and you do incremental. Don't mind the extension, all right? It got a little sketch there for a little bit. It got a little hairy. Okay, we're getting close on the front. Oh yeah, that's snugging up nice. Okay, I'm calling it on the rear. I mean, yeah, I'd say it's good. Okay, so next step, and you can tell some hours have passed. It's like, what time is it? 7:30. So I'm on this 2.5 hours, or two, technically it's only been 2 hours. It feels like 7. Oh yeah. Whoop, whoop. I need some anti-seize. Oh, that's so convenient. It's threaded. Oh, you sweet, sweet men at Bassani. Oh, I'm so happy it's threaded. Oh, thank God. Hey, buddy.
Hey. Get it done almost.
Dude. Say hi to YouTube. Hey, everyone. This is Dan the Neighbor Man. He's like my dad and my older brother and my weird uncle and all of it wrapped into one. All right, so we got the exhaust pipes on. Right, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
And
Jack.
no, he was here for moral support. So now we got the exhaust pipes on. I've wiped them down with rubbing alcohol as to not get my grubby fingerprints all over it. And you guys are gonna be here. Hey, that's smart. See, Dan's the adult. And we're gonna see what she sounds like. What up, guys? This is 2 days after the install video, or not the video, but this is 2 days after we installed the Bassani Road Rage 3 on my bike. I'm having to film this later because the original video that I was filming after the exhaust install kind of got all messed up. I don't know what happened. The audio was weird, so I'm filming it now, and this will be after you guys have watched me install it. Here it is, in the daylight, installed on the bike. The bike's a little filthy, but that's okay. Looks amazing. Love this pipe. And as you can tell, I'm getting some of that coloration, which is great. Some of those golds. It's getting a little blue at the heads. It's badass. My 2-day impressions of this exhaust pipe. It is loud. If you guys don't want a loud pipe, go with something else, because this one is on the louder end of the spectrum. It's louder than a Cobra. It's louder than what else? On throttle, it's louder than most others I've heard, but it has a really good idle tone. A lot of you guys know this, but 2 considerations when looking at exhaust pipes, aftermarket exhaust pipes, is you have your, when you're getting on it, what it sounds like, and then you have your just cruising at speed and idle sound. Low RPMs, when you're getting it, when you're juicing her, it is a crazy, barking, pissed off dog. On idle, it's really nice and throaty, but it is loud. So keep that in mind. Let's start her up so you guys can actually hear it. Like I said, first impressions, amazing. I love it. I would buy it again. Install was a bit of a pain in the ass, but all in all, I love this pipe. It looks good. It matches the bars. You guys take it easy. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching the install and suffering with me through it. You guys are great. Keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Stay tuned for some more Road Glide content.